Recognized is Councilman Green.
Thank you, Council President. I'm going to join my colleagues in saluting Councilman Jones for his leadership on addressing the bail issue in our city and ending cash bail. Also commend him for reaching out at the state level. I know State Representative Jordan Harris has been working on this issue and calling on our state counterparts and our governor to also take steps to address cash bail here in the city of Philadelphia. And I just want to hone in on a point that he made and kind of illuminate that issue, that this is an issue, not only an equal justice issue, but also an issue in reference to poverty. And when someone is not able to pay for bail and is in jail for a period of time, and then they get released and his charges get dismissed, they come back to a broken home. They come back to not having a job, and it has a ripple effect in our entire city of Philadelphia. And when we talk about issues of having such a high amount of poverty, cash bail is one aspect that adds to the poverty in our city. And I want to also remind members of this body that during the Good Administration, the city helped support a bail fund. And so until we get rid of cash bail, we need to have supportive organizations that are providing bail funds. Some of them have testified today in reference to helping people to get out of jail. So we had hearings last year regarding, can the city support a bail fund? Councilman Johnson as well as Councilman Jones talked about the budget process, and so we'll be having some very interesting and difficult conversations with a number of parties about this issue, but also with the First Judicial District, as Councilman Jones says. So when we have our budget hearings and the First Judicial District comes to testify, we need to ask them the hard question about what happens when we charge someone bail and where does that money go to. When we had the hearings regarding the bail fund, they couldn't give us a specific background or information or reason on how they articulate and define that number. Is that number to pay for the cost of running certain things? We couldn't get that number. It seemed very arbitrary. So I know I'm sure Councilman Jones and others will be reaching out to our First Judicial District to find out how do they come up with the fees and fines that we charge in reference to bail. And then we also need to have a conversation with the First Judicial District regarding the oversight of our bail commissioners. Because although our new district attorney, our public defenders can ask the court to not provide bail, the bail commissioner can still set bail. And I can recall being both a former ADA here in Philadelphia and also being an assistant deputy attorney general in Delaware, times where I did not believe a state trooper or a police officer and did not want to move forward a case or did not want to have a certain bail amount. It's still up to that bail commissioner to make that decision. So we need to make sure we have the hard questions with the First Judicial District before they get here for budget hearings to find out why and what amount they're setting on our bail funds and where that money is going to, and two, what's the oversight for our bail commissioners, so that way we can take the steps, as Councilman Jones stated, to get rid of cash bail and also to support those organizations that are doing bail funds in that interim. Thank you, Council President.
Thank you, Councilman.